said this? No one ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, nor is it the same man. Intriguing, huh? Okay, I'll tell you. It was Heraclitus, ancient Greek philosopher. Welcome, my fascinating Renaissance friends, to episode 212 of my season of life, 60 years and beyond. And this is Miss Malu Cervantes, your co-sojourner, your coach, your mentor, and navigating, helping all of us navigate the most, still the most beautiful season of life, the autumn of life. Let's go back to where it all started. This YouTube channel with Miss Malu Cervantes. Okay, July, from its inception, all right, from its inception in July 2023 to its eventual launch and its continuing series up to today, right? It is structured around this basic philosophy that I live by, right? And that is aging gracefully, aging wisely, aging elegantly. And every episode, from episode 1 up to today, episode 216, and will continue to be, is really structured around this and also involving themes. It's thematic. The focus is thematic. And what is that? Okay? We'll look at it from the point of view of what? A stage play or a movie? Said Aqua. That would be episodes 1 to 197. I know, because I know it's a lot. And because I upload and make new episodes twice a week. In fact, I'd like to encourage you to see see the playlist. We've curated a playlist for you with all its titles. So if you just wanna find out what I'm talking about, maybe you can just go there. Okay, basically, episodes 1 to 197. It's curating la dolce vita, the good life, according to the Italians. You know, curating what for us is the life that we've always wanted. This time, this season of life, we can start with that. And those episodes, I gave you tools, I gave you concepts, I gave you examples of real people and even fictional characters that you can find inspiration how to curate your own good life. We la dolce vita is Italian. We borrowed also from the Japanese. Remember ikigai? It's a roadmap on what actually is important to you. What is your reason for living? What makes you wake up in the morning to give you the passion, to continue with life? That's ikigai. We also borrowed from history. Historical figures whose lives are as varied as each one of them, and yet examples of how it is to live a purposeful life. We also borrowed extensively from research and studies in psychology and tell us why some people who are age 20, 25 but look 60 and already burned out, and vice versa. We have 70-year-old people. So, people who are 70 and above, they look younger. In fact, they seem to be aging backwards. What is it that makes it possible? We also borrowed from philosophy, which is my favorite. Ancient philosophers like the Stoics, like Heraclitus, the one who said a statement, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, and all the rest, Seneca. And from their philosophies, we learn how it is to live a full life. We also borrowed from Greek mythology, the gods and goddesses. What makes them tick. All of this. We work on so that we can have some tools to equip ourselves to really create and curate our our beautiful season of life. Now, Act Two, right? I'm sure you notice, especially those people who have been with me from the very beginning, right? And there's a subtle shift, isn't it, from episode 198 up to this episode 216, right? Subtle shift. Well, another epiphany. The transition from the hustle culture I found myself in for many, many years into what I have termed the resonance life. Yeah? Okay, but there is still a gold thread, that connects all of these episodes. It's still structured, it's still thematic in the sense that there's as I've said, a gold thread. It's really living La Dolce Vita. But then again, it seems to be what? Evolving. It seems to be evolving. Okay. Well, this is who I am because it's always based on who I am. I'm a consultant. I'm a gestalt life coach. I'm a mentor. I am a thought leader. I'm also a curator of knowledge. This is all about me. And so everything seems to be, or everything is, not seems, is organized, structured, thematic. And it's a build up. You know what I mean? One episode builds on the other because as a trainer, I want people to get something substantive or substantial in each episode that they can use in their life. So it's a build up, right? And it will still be like that. But then again, almost all personality tests that my friends in the industry would give me, it would always come out there that I cannot be boxed into just one type. Okay, this is how they describe it. I am complex, I am layered, many layers, and very nuanced. Nuanced means I can hold two different, what? A set of qualities, two different set of personal philosophies, and I will still be whole. Okay, and so starting this starting this month of August, I'd like to explore that side of me. Less formal, less structured, not really genre based, but really, chill, Miss Malu. The chill out, Miss Malu. Let go. Just tell me stories, and in the process, we get to know you a little bit. And we know that you will still give very substantive learnings because that's who you are. But then again, let's really get involved in a dialogue, okay? So I said, let's be candid. This is the evolving Miss Malu. Okay, I have a very personal project. Okay, I'm writing. Okay, I'm starting writing. I'm starting to write a paper. Okay, that paper that somehow reframes how we look at aging, right? So aging for most people, hopefully not anymore us, my fascinating Renaissance friends, that aging seems to be the end of youth, and after that, no more. Life is no longer as exciting, and age limits us with all our aches and everything. No, I'd like the paper. Okay, the hypothesis of the paper is a shift from age limits my chances or our chances limits. So that will be a threat. Okay, to age expands our capabilities. That's opportunities, isn't it? Right? And I'd like to explore that. more than 30 plus years of working in a corporate world, I have three areas, that I'm very proud of. Okay, one is depth. I'd like to share with you in that paper depth, right? The insights I gathered, right, from living living life per se, all right, and also breadth, wide, how to impact and empower everybody else, and length, being grateful for how long I have been living a beautiful life, you know okay, so that I would like it backed by science. All right, so it will be a lot of research, and starting this month, I will attempt things that I have never done before, simply because I want a stable, structured life for the sake of the children. So I cannot really risk a lot. I'm not saying that I will be reckless, but I will mitigate the risk, but I still am going to live an audacious life. Okay, so what does that beginning sentence mean? Like, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, nor is it the same man. Because even if the river is in that location forever and ever, like the Rhine or the Danube River will always be there, but it's not the same river, because the river is made of flowing waters from somewhere, and then it goes out into the sea. So the water is always fresh, it's always new. So even if it's the same river at the same spot, it's not the same like a minute or a moment ago. And we people, when we step in the first time and we step in, the second time, we are not the same people, because we change moment by moment, isn't it? Okay? That's my inspiration. So, Jeff Bezos said, and let me read it. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not even trying. There you go. We are in the autumn of life. I am willing to try anything that I have not tried before, simply because maybe I was afraid that it will affect the children, affect my work, etc. I'm willing to do that now. And Helen Keller, the famous Helen Keller, said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Ah, I want my life to be a daring adventure. And lastly, you can unlock new doors with old fears. You cannot unlock new doors with old fears. And the first step is the bravest one. There you are. Okay? There you are, my fascinating Renaissance friends. August is going to be an exciting month for all of us. And I will just be, working on, beautiful ideas like that. And together we continue to grow. And if you what you have heard, and you want to repeat this episode, you can go to the playlist. And until the next episode, thank you for being with me. This is Miss Molo Cervantes saying bye.